saw that, Jessica?
If she comes
You
back,
didn't see
have
that?
another TikTok.
You didn't see that thing? She didn't have it.
One, two, one, two. Rohan look like he looting and shit. You see, Rohan look like he looting, like he protested just to loot. Rohan is that type of person. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the comedy show. If you're outside, we warmly invite you to come on in and take a seat and get some of these jokes, because it ain't a joke. There ain't nobody laughing. We need people to listen, so come on in. Happy Hour Comedy Show. For the next 3 hours, we got an exhibition of comedy from all around the island, y'all. All around the island. Once again, my name is Paco Loco. I'm going to be the director this evening, and I'm going to be behind the scenes making sure things happen. We got special guest host Nikki, darling Nikki. She got a whole bunch of names. She'll tell you all about it. But no, I'm going to come up first, and it's crazy, man. Like, coming in here, it's the Corona. The Corona's still around. Like, it's so crazy because, like, now we're allowed to take our mask off, right? We're allowed to take our mask off. And now it's like just yesterday I was walking in Waikiki, and it felt so good walking down Waikiki. Because you see people's faces now. Like, it's amazing. Like, I forgot how much it is to be a human being and see another human being's face. So I'm walking there like, wow, this is nice. And it was really nice. And then some of them was like, oh, no, fuck this. Like, shit, how you gonna come outside in a bikini and you ain't work out all Corona? Now, I mean, everybody get the COVID-19, first thing they do in Hawaii, take their shirt off. No. Do work out, do something. Do something. I'm at a job now, like, you know I got 6 jobs, first of all, people that don't know. I got 6 jobs. 6 jobs. How many jobs you got, Tatiana? You got no jobs? No jobs? Rohan, how many jobs you got, Rohan?
Well, I got 1 job.
1 job. What's the job?
Making y'all happy.
Making us happy. So he has no jobs. No jobs.
He has blowjobs.
He got blowjobs. Speaking of blowjobs, they're gonna rearrange this place starting tomorrow. So tomorrow there's no comedy show. So we're gonna take a night off and go do something else. But they're gonna rearrange this place. I heard they're gonna put in a glory hole downstairs. Yeah, that's gonna be awesome. They're gonna have awesome. You just stick your stick through a hole and somebody sucks it on the other side. Like, it's amazing. That's what it is. You know what glory hole is? That's what it is, yeah. I'm thinking it's gonna be that little homeless lady that come take out the trash. That's be so bad. This is funny. I don't like my job. Like, I told you I'm a professional. One of my jobs being a professional DJ. And I don't like the music I play because before the Rona, I used to DJ a lot of parties. I was making a living off it. It's awesome. But they keep asking for songs that I don't like. I don't like these songs. You know the #1 requested song they keep on asking for?
What?
Baby Shark. Oh, this fucking Baby Shark. Oh my God, Baby Shark, Baby Shark, yo, they be all dancing, because of the dance to it. They be doing Baby Shark, Baby Shark, like, oh. The kids mostly. I do a lot of kids parties, the kids events. Yeah, me, do kids events, like. so with yeah, they be all dancing, all the kids, like, even like toddlers. Toddlers be in a stroller, Baby Shark come on, they start doing the dance. Like, yo, you like 1 year old. How you know how is that in his head to do the fucking Baby Shark, dog? Like, right now, when I sung that song, if your stomach hurts, ladies, you must around be pregnant. That's the fetus. Baby Shark, they be knowing it. I actually thought about having kids at one point in my life. Almost. Almost. Because I had pets. It's the same thing, right? I have a cat, kid, same shit. But then I'm thinking, I don't know. That's awesome. I had a cat that I loved real good. My cat was named Salem. It was a black cat. And when I first brought this black cat home, I nicknamed him the Boogeyman, because the only thing he did was hide under the bed. And when you look under the bed, you don't see shit until he open his eyes. I'm like, oh shit, the boogeyman. Like, that's the shit that kids be scared of. And you look up, oh, fuck. But this cat was awesome, Salem. And I miss him. He's real cuddly. Like, he used to help me get girls because they see that I got a soft spot and shit. Because when the cat comes and the cats all want to be purring, like, oh, so cute. But one time, Salem, he died, right? He just died. I went to the kitchen and he was just dead right there, like, oh shit. But I had to go to work. You know what I mean? So I left the cat there and I went to work.
No.
What am I supposed to do? I gotta work. People depend on me at my job. So I just put a blanket over him and shit. And at my job, it's not like I'm ice cold, because you know I'm a crier, right? So all the time at my job, any little type of break I get. Then I went back home and I took him and burned him at the SPCA place up there. They burn the cat in case you need somebody to get rid of some bodies. They do that shit. But I was like, you know how much trouble I would have been in if that was a kid, yo? Like, oh my God, like damn. I would have been in the news. I would have been on world news, yo. Like that would have been like, oh, this kid died and he left them for 8 hours and came back and burned them. Like, oh, shit. I'm old school too with it. Like, I dated this girl one time. She had grown kids. And she had a whole bunch of kids. That was the problem, bro. She had a whole bunch of them. Like, it was cool if it's one or two, but no, these kids is big. And one of the kids, I took her to a pizza place, and this kid stole from me. So I'm like, yo, I gotta teach him a life lesson right here. Like, because I know if I let this kid grow up, he's gonna come back with a machine gun and kill everybody. Like, he's one of them dudes where you gotta put the boundaries on. Like, yo, you just can't be stealing from a grown-ass man. So I took him to the bathroom and hit him. In Puerto Rico, they call it a cocotazo. That's what you get. You steal from a grown-ass man, you gonna get hit right on top of your head. Cocotazo. So I took this kid, gave him a cocotazo. After that, he was the most well-behaved child ever. Like, damn, I done saved a whole bunch of people. I deserve a fucking award, yo, for preventing a mass shooting. I know this little white kid was gonna shoot everybody. And now today, he's grown up, y'all. He's here tonight. John C. John C, y'all. He's here, y'all. He made it. He's good. Living in the beach is crazy, because you get to see things that you don't normally see in the city. For me, you see a lot of things, like you see rainbows every day in Hawaii. Like, you ever see a rainbow on weed? Oh, it's amazing. Everything in Hawaii is beautiful, but on weed, it's just a little bit better. Like, I'm sitting in there. I'm sitting at the beach. It's beautiful, rainbows, waves, and right before I'm about to hit a blunt, I see a motherfucking whale jump out the water like it's fucking Free Willy or some shit. Like, yo, he just jumps up and splashes down. And I'm like, yo, I ain't even hit the weeds yet. Like, yo. Like, this is some, then I'm looking down the playground, people, y'all see that too? They're like, yo, that was hot, right? Like, yo, that shit was nice. But then I took a puff and shit, like, and I look, the rainbow turned to 2 rainbows, double rainbow, yo, like, oh. Then I see some splashing around in the water. You know what I see? Motherfucking mermaids, yo. Mermaids. Mermaids in the water, swimming around in the water, splashing around. Then I look real good, splashing water on my face, and it's just like, no. It's just 2 chicks swimming in the water. I thought they were mermaids. I'm high. I get high a lot, damn. You ever get high and look at the moon? That'll fuck you up. Oh, it'll fuck you up. Getting high and looking at the moon is just, because I smoke the good shit. I smoke that good weed, so you start thinking and shit. And you look at the moon and be like, how come the moon is up in the daytime and the nighttime? I'm like, how can this happen? We in a spinning globe, right? That's not supposed to happen. So then I Googled it, and now I'm a flat earther. Damn, I smoke too much weed. That's really true too. Like, oh fuck, that explains it. Like, I grew up in a haunted house. That's why I'm really weird. with my beliefs and I flip-flop. I grew up in a haunted house, like, it was crazy, like some things would just happen that's real spiritual. You be in the house, and I'm sitting there chilling with my brothers, we sitting there playing video games, like, all of a sudden, the electricity turned off, like, the room gets cold. Then you start hearing, small timeout for the EMS. Then all of a sudden, my father comes in, possessed by the devil, like, and we like, oh my God, that's possessed by the devil. Let's pray to Jesus. So we pray to Jesus, and things started getting better. Years later, I do as every good college graduate does, move back in with my mom. Expect that in 4 years. Everything going to college? Yeah. Take up communications. Yeah. But now move back in with my grandma. What's that?
Oh, that lets you know your time is up.
Oh, just let you know. That's good. Shit out of me. Well, it turns out, after all this time, my house wasn't haunted. My house wasn't haunted. I was just poor. And when you poor and you live in a ghetto, they just turn off your shit. Like we were sitting there, we just lost the heat, lost electricity. Then it turns out the moaning was just my neighbors fucking. Yeah, the walls are thin. They can hear everything in the ghetto. Like you hear everything. But when I grew back, it was something different. It was like, like, oh, that's what that was. It might not even been my neighbors. Fuck, it might have been my old ass neighbor just getting up like, oh. Then it turns out my dad wasn't possessed by the devil. He's just an alcoholic. Ladies and gentlemen, that's my story. Thanks for listening to me. My name is Paco Loco. You can find me on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and Pornhub. Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to introduce you your host for the evening. She's new in town. She's not new in town, but she's new to the comedy scene. Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise for darling Nikki.
What's up, King's Pizza Cafe? How we doing tonight? All right. Let's see who woke in the house tonight. When I say darling, you say Nikki, darling.
Nikki!
Darling.
Nikki!
All right, we got a crew awake in the house tonight. Like Paco said, I'm new to the comedy scene here in Hawaii. Living here about 3 years. Just decided to give myself a chance to shoot my shot, see what I can do with the little comedy scene here. I got bored, I ain't gonna lie. And the reason I got bored is not really much for black folks to do here in Hawaii. Seriously, man. All I found that the locals do is go to the beach and go hiking. And you know what? I can't swim, so I don't do the beach. Plus, I'm from Florida. Beach is nothing new for me. And I'm afraid of heights. So I don't really mess with hiking too much. But you know what? I did find things to do. I decided to get into the online dating scene. I know some of you out there got profiles, seen a few of them. Don't try to act like you don't know. You know I've seen you. So yeah, I want to get into the dating profile. I figured, hell, it ain't nothing to do in terms of places to go. Everything closes up by 10 around here. And it's like, okay, well, I normally leave the house at 10, so what we gonna do? So I started seeing what I could do, on the date now. So, I started checking out profiles and stuff. And I got really annoyed because I saw a lot of fake profiles. I really did. I'm gonna tell you why the profiles are fake. Guys have a certain expectation level. They expect you to just show all your tits and your ass on all your pictures and stuff, and I'm a headshot type person, I like to accentuate my facial features, not like I'm trying to hide anything, but hey, let's save something for the imagination. And so, yeah, you don't just put it all out there for everybody to see up front. And so, I'm checking out the profile pics, and all the guys, they wearing caps, they got shades on, and nobody's smiling. And I'm like, wait a minute, I should at least be able to see what you look like. What is this about? And so, start chatting with people and stuff, and I'm like, dude, you got a better headshot because, I really can't tell what you look like under the shades and the cap, and you're not smiling or nothing. So I got my headshot. You know what I got? I got a dick pic. That's not the headshot I was talking about, people. I was talking about some facial features. So I said, you know what? This conversation is going pretty good. I like this guy. He still hadn't sent me a picture, so I don't know what he looked like. But I know what his dick was like, but that ain't what I'm trying to see right now. I'm trying to get to know him. So I decided to go ahead and meet up with him, So met up with the guy. He shows up. He's got a receding hairline, a glass eye, and missing his 2 front teeth. And I'm like, oh, now I see why we were hiding behind the cap and the shades and no smile and everything. And that's the thing, you meet these guys a lot of times and they're nothing like what they look like. Come on in, y'all. Sign up on over here on Hey, Jazz.
Yeah.
And so, I met the guy, but you know what? Dating apps is all about hookups anyway. So, he wasn't what I thought he was going to be, but, we went ahead and had sex anyway, because, dick is dick. But, I've been, using a lot of different names online. You might know me as Nikki, Not Your Mama. You might know me as Nikki Newsflash. Or you might recently know me as Darling Nikki. And there's a little bit of a reason for that is because I got multiple personalities. I'm a Gemini. Geminis are twins. I'm more like quadruplets, But there's a little something different that you get with every single personality. Like Nikki Newsflash. This is sort of Nikki Newsflash tonight. If you've seen me, do comedy before, you've probably seen 5 or 6 different images by now. All of them completely different. New tonight with the blue lipstick and the blue eyes and the hair, I gotta do me, you know what I'm saying? And so Nikki Newsflash is the element of surprise. I like to keep it guessing. So even when you think you know me, newsflash, I got something else coming out for you. Now, Nikki, Not Your Mama, I guess I scarred my daughter last time she came up here with me. She came to listen to the comedy show, and she didn't know Mama could get down like that. You know what I'm saying? And so, Nikki, Not Your Mama is where, I banned my kids from that page. That's when you get the real raw and dirty Nikki. So it may be Nikki, but it's not your mama. It's definitely not the mama you know. And so I think she's still recovering from that, actually. She's permanently scarred now, I think, from that. And then, of course, Darling Nikki. I don't know how old you are, but everybody know a little something about Prince, right?
Oh, yeah.
I know, I'm an avid Prince fan. And back in the day, there was a song called Darling Nikki that I really loved. I don't know how I loved it so much considering my age at the time, but I really loved the song. It went a little something like this. I knew a girl named Nikki, I guess you could say she was a sex fiend. I met her in a hotel lobby, masturbating with a magazine. Said, how'd you like to waste some time? And I could not resist when I saw a little Nikki grind. Yeah, that was my jam, y'all. Yeah, I think Paco got a copy of the song if anybody want to hear it later tonight. But yeah, I knew I was a little bit freaky. Even God knew I was going to be freaky. You know why? God gave me the best calendar birthday on the year. Guess what my birthday is? My favorite sexual position. 69. That's right. You got it. My birthday is June 9th. Even God knew I was going to be a freak. He knew it too. And I didn't really figure it out that I was living a double life. I started to realize I was living a double life. I was 17 going on 18 years old, graduating from high school. We were having family reunions every year. And every year at the family reunion, they get to the end of the program on Sunday at the banquet, and they'll announce accomplishments for the family, anybody who's graduated. And so, didn't nobody call me Nikki but my mom. It was the weirdest thing. My mom called me Nikki from day one all the way to now. She never called me anything else but Nikki. But Nikki's not my real name. Nikki's a nickname. And so, they went ahead and announced my real name and said, I was graduating from high school, all these honors, National Honor Society, valedictorian, so on and so forth, perfect, all this. And I'm like, okay, this is sounding good. I'm feeling real proud, my chest stuck out and everything. And then at the end of it, it was silence. You can hear a pin drop. I'm like, wait a minute, where's my congratulations? Then it occurred to me, nobody knew who the hell they was talking about. My mom yelled from the back, that's Nikki! And they was like, oh, yeah, congratulations! And all that. I was like, oh, snap. You mean to tell me my own family don't really know me? This is interesting. They know the little quiet Nikki sits in the back of the room. Don't say nothing to nobody. Act kind of shy. They don't know if half the football team is getting ready to start the basketball team. You see what I'm saying? So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna run with this. So I've been living a double life ever since. But I found out there is at least one person in the world that likes the number 69 more than me. I bet you don't know who it is. Anybody know about the rapper 69? Definitely. I think he liked the number 69 a little bit more than I do.
Sticky with the blicky up.
Oh, that's right. He's got 69 tattooed on his chest. He's got 69 tattooed on his stomach. He got 69 tattooed across his forehead. He got 69 tattooed all up and down his arm, on each finger. I ain't seen it yet, but I'd be willing to bet 69 is tattooed on his dick and each butt cheek. Guaranteed. You know what? I'd be willing to bet $69 that when he died, he's gonna want to be buried 6 feet 9 inches under by personal request. That's how much this dude really liked the number 69. I think it's a little bit overboard, but you know what? I'll let him have his moment. You know what? I'll let him have his moment. But you know what? Speaking of tattoos, I know a lot of y'all got cool cat tattoos. I'm seeing some of them right now. Love looking at good tattoos. But I never personally decided to get a tattoo. And it's something I've really been thinking about. I'm like, what do I want to see on my body for the rest of my life that I'm never going to get tired of, never going to want to, delete, not going to regret? And honestly, I can only come up with one thing. That's strawberries. I love me some strawberries. But you know what? I have to think about it. If they're looking too juicy and succulent, I might just be trying to eat myself. So I have to really think about if I really want to do that. But I do love tattoos though. So kudos to all of you that were brave enough to get them and have no regrets about the tattoos that you have right now. Good for you. Good for you. I don't know about the tattooing names of boyfriends and girlfriends on your body and all that kind of stuff. Most of that stuff gets removed. You gotta go back over the top of it. See, that's why I had made that move. See, I'm gonna be safe with strawberries. I'm gonna stick with something I love. Hopefully I never catch an allergy to strawberries. Then I'm really gonna be screwed. But speaking of things that everybody else does that I just ain't done yet, there's another thing. That's weed, marijuana. Never had cannabis before in my life. I know I look like an alien with 16 heads right now, for real. I realize I must look crazy, but it's the honest truth. Never tried, and there's a reason for that. I'm the type of person where, I ain't trying to catch a case. Back in the day when I was coming up, folks were getting 17 years for a drug charge, It was bad back then. I wasn't trying to go to jail for some silly shit, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, if I'm gonna go to jail, I'm gonna kill somebody. Murder in the first degree. If I'm going down, I'm going down hard. You know what I'm saying? Make it worth my while. I am not going down for a drug charge. But I never heard of anybody dying from a drug overdose from marijuana, and it has health benefits. So, you know what? I'm thinking that's the way to go. So as soon as it's legal in all 50 states, y'all, hit me up. I'm gonna have a drunk with you. But Paco has told me that that's my time tonight, so I hope you enjoyed it. Doing things a little bit different tonight. I'm the host. Thank you, Paco, for this opportunity. I appreciate it. Thank you. I appreciate it. One thing I want to try out a little bit tonight, I got a thing for stage names. Let's get some more people signed up if we could. Thank you. Let's see. Oh, yeah, I got my friend here. He said he wanted to be first. But I want to try something a little different tonight, I got a thing for stage names. My stage name is Darling Nikki. Candy, by the way, is my real name. Some of you may or may not know that. But the thing about that's what I'm saying. I ended up with a whole name either way. It's like half the time I tell people my name is Candy, they really don't even believe that's my name. They quicker to believe Nikki is my name than they are Candy. You know what I'm saying? But that's my real name. That's actually what's on my birth certificate. But I'm Darling Nikki tonight, and that's a stage name. Paco Loco. That's a stage name. His real name is not Paco Loco. So what I want y'all to do tonight, all of you local comedians that's using your birth certificate name, I want you to think a little bit outside of the box and think about what you would consider as your stage name. And as we bring you up, I want you to tell us what your stage name might be or what you think should be something that you can use. And guess what? We got a little bit of audience here. If you can't come up with a stage name, we're going to help you out a little bit. Okay, first up tonight, we got Tony Karate.
Yeah! Stage name, motherfuckers!
What's up? This is ridiculous. I don't want to get anybody's attention right now. Like, John, Paco, why are we the only two dudes in this room right now?
Because you're the luckiest man on this
Seriously, like I had like a half chub the whole time Nikki's performing. You know what I mean? It's like hard. It's like, you know, you want to pay attention, but you're like, I don't know if I should go on stage aroused. This is ridiculous. The amount of talent. That's a sexist word, yeah. This is crazy. This is fucking insane. God, ladies, I promise you, all right, if you give me a chance, all right, everybody's gonna leave home happy, okay? Just give me the opportunity to be my best. I want to be able to make my grandchildren proud of me, you know what I mean? It's like, I was facing insurmountable odds. The amount of oral sex I had to administer, it was crazy.
But are you good at it?
Yeah,
Just saying.
I'm just saying, the tongue is the strongest muscle in my body.
All right. You have my undivided attention.
That's right. This is crazy. Like, I think this is okay. Like, this isn't. I feel like this isn't cheating on my wife. This is good, right? She'll understand. I'd be like, baby, there was 5 of them. 4. It's okay, right? Would you guys be okay with that? None of you. None of you. Oh my God. None of you. That's correct. Here's a weird statistic. Did you guys know that 50% of all the people who get murdered are drunk? All right? And here's another more interesting fact. 50% of all the people who commit murder are drunk.
I can see this.
Who's drinking tonight? Yeah! Did you hear that? All these psycho murderers and victims. That's how come nobody in Hawaii uses condoms. Right? These are people who have no idea of danger, responsibility. This is a condomless bunch. It is. I said this last week, but I just find it so, like, what I love about this is if you meet a chick that's drunk at a pizza joint, all right, she definitely, like, she won't even take off her clothes to have sex with you. She's literally just gonna push her underwear to one side. That's how efficient she is. Jasmine knows that move. How else are you gonna have sex in Walmart?
Not Walmart, you.
Is that weird?
Maybe Target.
Got weird.
Maybe Target.
Talking about relationships. This is like, I love that. Like, guys, please don't tell anybody. Don't tell my wife I'm here. This is. She's gonna hate this so much because I'm so happy right now. You know, it's insane. It's not because she's a bad person. It's because she has insane ideas about love. Women, you have insane ideas about love. Like, let me give you an example. Like, she gets mad at me if she has a dream. She has a dream where I'm cheating on her.
A dream.
It's a premonition.
That's my responsibility.
Premonition.
Ladies, you don't think that's a little too much fucking pressure? You're dreaming about me fucking someone else and that's my fault?
Maybe it's a fantasy. Just saying.
I got, you know what I mean? It's just like, please don't like any of my posts, Facebook friends.
Oh, I you up now.
Those are all my fault, all right? Every woman that talks to me is my fucking fault. even when she's unconscious. I get mad about that. You know what I mean? Like, what happens if it's my dream? Is that cheating, ladies?
No.
Thank you. It's really the only time Jessica and I get to spend together, okay?
In the dreams, right?
You know what I mean?
All right.
Let me have that! You
Damn, I
selfish
got you.
bitch! I'm not even awake! It's too much. She would say shit like, if I met you when we were 20, would you have married me then? And I'm like, no! If I met you when you were 20, I would have done with all the women I met when I was 20. Alright? I would have fucked them, then their friend, and ruined it all at the same time. You want to meet 20-year-old me? Are you stupid? Ladies, I am so much better now. Like, I am so much better now.
20-year-olds don't know how to use it.
They don't have erections anymore. That's their problem.
Just saying.
20-year-olds have Pornhub. They don't have to be sexy. They're like, oh, do I want a Latina tonight? How about twin Asians? You don't have to be good at talking to women when you can just fucking swipe for teen Asians. Twins. You can be a loser. You can keep playing Xbox. One thing I hate my wife about is like she has weird beliefs for me. That was my problem. Like, she's one of those people that's like, I don't wear masks ever. You know what I mean? Because like, I just trust God. I don't know, is that weird? I feel like there was a time where that was uncontroversial to say. My belief in God keeps me safe. I'm a rebel now. You know what I mean? There was a time when people would be like, oh, fuck, shit, I have sex outside of wedlock. And that was edgy. And I'm like, I believe children should be raised in a 2-parent household. Yeah, that's dangerous as fuck to say, isn't it?
Yes.
Whoa, crazy. Crazy. I believe responsible things. But no, she has weird beliefs than me. Like, she believes in reincarnation. Does anybody else believe in that?
Yeah, I hope not.
Some people. So now she believes it's the responsibility of me in my second reincarnation to find her again. Like, I can't love her for my entire life. That's not enough for my fucking life. Alright? Even when I am reborn as I don't know, a Cambodian midget, I had better search the globe. And, even if I had to be gay, she would
Hopefully
want
she's
me.
a human.
You know what I mean? It's just like, would you still love me if we were both men? No!
Oh my God.
No! She's so is she faking it, ladies? Is that what you do even in love? You fake how much you love somebody? She does it just to get one up on me, I swear to God. Sorry, Ken, please continue to do business with GTS Distribution in the future, even though you're...
That's your time, Tony.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much, everybody. Have a great night. My name is Tony. Have a good one.
Paco's gonna change the mic and the microphone, but Tony, thank you for your time. You didn't give me your stage name, so I think I'm gonna come up with one for you. Tantalizing Tom Tony. There we go. Yeah, I like that. What you was talking about.
I like it.
We're just not gonna tell your wife what you said, though. We're gonna keep it on the down.
We're just gonna leave that on YouTube.
right.
Hopefully she doesn't see it.
We got the mic switched out. Okay. All right. Don't forget to sign up, everybody. We're gonna keep it moving tonight. We got one of my favorites up next. It's Jessica Rabbit. And that's That's sort of a stage name. I might give her a pass, because you know Roger Rabbit, that's his wife.
Give it up for your host, darling Nikki. I have been told that she and I should hit this town together and fuck everybody up.
That's right.
Yes. Girl power. You know, you all don't know me, a couple of you do. I'm Jessica. I am definitely not a comedian by day. I am a nurse practitioner by day. I have been doing some research lately, some very extensive research, on a treatment for depression since that's hit us really hard because of COVID. I have found the best complementary alternative treatment, no medication required, but you do have to have skill. It's called masturbation. That shit will fix anything you are depressed about if you're good at it. Just saying. It does depend on the skill level of the masturbator, but you know, I believe I'm onto something. I don't know how I can make money off of this, but I will find a way. But, you know, hey, that's my day job. At night, sometimes comedian, sometimes I'm too tired for this shit. Yeah, exactly, because I forget I'm not 25 anymore. But, you know, new to the comedy scene here on Maui. New-ish, I've been here about a year. But you may have seen me on other things, like Naked and Afraid, Pranked, and my personal favorite, Sex Sent Me to the ER. Yep. Don't trust me when it comes to sex. You might end up in the ER. Just saying, but it's worth it. They come back. I know, right? See? He even drinks about it. He went to the ER in his dreams. But he lived. He lived. I like it. You know, it made me think a lot. What causes me to have all these things happen? Is it my fault? Am I a little bit Portuguese? Maybe. Okay. But no, it's usually not my fault. You can never blame this shit on me. It's usually accidents, right? Part of my nickname, Queen of Accidental Happenings. Accident, keyword, right? You know? Other nicknames. Well, it's you again. That might be one of my nicknames. And Boner Killer. That's actually my favorite because I'm like, okay. Not really ever had that happen before, but you know, we'll roll with it. And then I think a little bit more, I'm like, oh fuck. Maybe some of the naked and afraid I'm going to jail moments are my fault. It was really dark outside until the cop turned his blue lights on. How was I supposed to know I was about to flash a cop? Just saying. You should ride around with those blue lights on all the time. You know, they don't do that though. Except on Maui they do. They ride around with the blue lights all the time. Thank you, God. Never flashed anybody on Maui. Okay. Maybe that's a little kind lie. I only flashed one person by accident, and he was fishing at 10 o'clock at night. So what the fuck are you doing out fishing at 10 o'clock at night? He fell off the side. He lived. It's okay. We gave him CPR. He was really happy about the CPR, though. He was like, keep going, I'm okay. I was like, really, you fucker? Really? He liked the boobies bouncing in his face. I was like, really? Exactly. I know, right? Just think, I was an ER nurse. I used to have to do CPR on people. They would pretend to be dead longer. I'm serious. No, don't stop. I'm almost there. Really? We're changing now. See which nurse is coming up next. Oh, stop, please stop. Don't keep on. I was like, yeah, see, you didn't want him to keep on, but you wanted me to. Really? But, you know, that's okay. You know, everything is not always my fault. Like I said, it's usually not my fault. You know it was not my fault? My ex going to the hospital in the ER. It was not my fault. How was I supposed to know that swinging testicles would look like a toy to the wild cats? Yeah, that's exactly what I said. I was laughing my ass off. He got a little bit pissed off because I was laughing. It was funny as hell. He's screaming, the cat's still attached to his testicles. And then like a couple hours later, he can't sit down, so we take him to the hospital, which is when I knew it was over. When the nurse said, "Oh, it's you again." She knew my name. Yeah, he was pissed. But in my defense, the other times were not my fault either. You know, accidents, accidental happenings, it happens that way, right? Accidents happen a lot. You know, darling Nikki, she talks about being single and dating. I had one dude think it was a good idea to bang the back of my car to get my number. I'm like, dude, why do you get my car? He said to get your number. I was like, what the fuck was he thinking, right? And then I thought about it. He thought one bang would lead to another. It did not work out that way because I knew there was potentially cops in the area. Just saying. I wasn't waiting on the blue lights to flash because it was broad daylight in Charlotte. We're not going to jail there. That's where like some shit gets real hardcore, so we're good. But, you know, not all accidents are bad. Some of my favorite accidents, maybe they're good, maybe they're maybe not so good. I got a boyfriend one time while having sex. I know, don't even correct me. It's supposed to be the other way around. It should be boyfriend first, but you know, we made rules. Don't ask me to be your girlfriend. Don't talk to me while we're having sex. And no matter what, even if you're having a fucking aneurysm, do not stop until I have my orgasm. He broke all 3 rules. The overachiever he was. All at the same time. Right as I'm about to go, he is doing his thing, and he says the following words: "Be my girlfriend." And I am screaming, yes. How the fuck did you get out of that? You don't! No! I am out, and I'm talking to my ex-sister-in-law, and I'm like, you're not gonna believe what happened. And I'm telling her the story, and she's like, oh, Jessica, what did you do to him? Fuck you, bitch! It was not my fault! She goes, no, you've had this happen before. Okay, so maybe I did. My ex-husband actually asked me to marry him while we were having sex, so she sort of has that on me, but I'm like, no, we're not turning this on me. No. And then she says, no, it happened another time. Stop it! You're not allowed to remember this shit. Which tells you, right? Don't tell people important things. But since you're all my friends, I will tell you. You know, like you said, be careful what tattoos you get. I got 313 right here, right? I'm going to claim it because it was my birthday first. It's also my ex-husband's birthday. Oh, no. It gets better. It's the day we got married. Yeah. Joke is literally on me. Wow. Literally on me. I'm like, really? You fucker, I'm older than you, so it's mine first. It was way before we got married and way before you were born, so whatever. But you know, I think of that and I'm like, what could really happen that could make somebody like break, have a break moment, like brain is ready to like collapse and you're like ready to kill people? My life. That's it. It's my life. The ex-husband I was talking about, please God don't be watching this. Yeah, no, he's on mainland. He couldn't come kill me right now. But you know, the day that we got married, he was afterwards we went to a dinner and he was sitting across from me. And the whole time he's across from me, he's like, Jessica, do you hear those people talking? I'm like, no. He makes me change seats with him, right? And I'm over here, and I'm sitting down. Do you hear those people talking? He's like, you really don't hear him? I'm like, no. Oh my God. Apparently, getting married breaks people's brains. He thought he was hearing shit, and I couldn't hear it. Yes, but we fixed that with sex later. Worked out perfectly. I know, I was scared to do that shit for a while because I was like, oh fuck, he just done went crazy. And I haven't had sex yet, so technically we can annul this. But I'm like, no, wait a minute, the vagina's magical. You know this, right? That shit's magical. It can fix anything. It fixed him. He quit hearing shit.
Pussy power.
Exactly! Woo! Oh fuck, you know what's really fucked up? That is my 18-year-old daughter that just said that. That's the fucked up part. I have told her to be like, fuck, don't do this shit. Oh my god. No. Okay, really, if you do the shit that got me in trouble for the tutoring, you could really get away with it because you are 18. I'm a lot older than 18. And you know, the court says I can't even talk about it, but you could do it. You could get away with it. You know, I haven't damaged her so much that she hates me. Haven't killed her. Yeah, she might kill me after this shit though. She'd be like, fuck you, Mom. You're gonna die on the way home or when you get home. I hear the bell. And I'm like, what the fuck? She brings a cowbell, bitch? Really? Like, I know I got some boobies here, but like a cowbell?
Yes!
Really?
Yes!
We're not getting milk out of these. I stopped that shit a long time ago. I had a temple ligation, thank you, God. But we'll bring darling Nikki up here so I can talk with her a little bit when she gets up here. Woo! Look at that hotness coming up.
Alright. Give it up for Jessica Rabbit, y'all. Gotta watch her, honey. Tony, you're gonna be in trouble if you get with that. You might end up being a polygamist because you're gonna propose to her too. She getting marriage proposals, man. That's some good pussy right there. All right, next we got Nicole. You good? Nicole, Boner, you all right? I don't think she needs a stage name because I think Boner is actually a stage name, right? You'll have to tell us a story about Boner, about how you came to choose that one. All right, here you go.
Alright, I'm gonna sit down.
Woohoo!
You know, I went to my doctor today, and he told me, he's like, Nicole, you have horrible posture because of the way that you're sitting. I learned today that your spine is actually supposed to be shaped like the letter S. Mine is shaped like the letter C. So if we're doing letter to word association, C is for cunt, which is what I am. So I guess we can talk about Boner. Years ago, I interned for a radio station, and while we were doing our interning duties, my coworker asked me, he's like, what are you doing this summer, Nicole? And I'm like, I'm going on my first vacation with my long-term boyfriend. And not even to ask where I was going, what you're doing, he just looks me square in the eye and goes, oh, so you're gonna bone a lot, huh? And I was just like, looked at him, and part of me just wanted to smack him in the mouth. The other part was like, I appreciate your bluntness. So that vacation, we did as we did. And the next time we actually went on a long-term vacation, I was telling him, I'm like, listen, baby, we really need to reconnect as people. Like, we shouldn't be having sex with each other after we just spent our year's savings to go on vacation. We should just cuddle and reconnect, right? And that's when you know there's a hint that there's a trouble in paradise. So we went on vacation, and we came back, and we ended up breaking up. No, she was a fucking shit show, so it's fine. I did myself a favor. Came back, and my friend Tim invites me to a wedding. He's like, I need a date. Can you come with me? And I'm thinking, like, open bar, free food. I guess they could actually look like a chick for once. Like, it's great. So we go to the wedding, and we go back to the hotel room, and within seconds, we're having drunk sex.
Oh, wow.
And we both pretty much blacked out. But before we blacked out, Tim lost his heart-on while we were having sex.
Oh, no.
Wait. Tim had diabetes, so Tim's blood sugar dropped, and so did his dick. So thankfully, we had a bowl of M&Ms by the bed, and I'm fucking feeding him in his mouth like a hungry people. I'm like, baby, we got this. Like, we're gonna get that back up. Don't worry, baby, I got you. And we did it. And we dated for a couple of months, and in between all of that, you know, we did the anal thing. I accidentally shit on his dick, and that maybe led to the reason why we broke up. But, you know, we've all been there, right? Everyone's accidentally shit themselves or dick. Oh, man, but I wasn't even going to go there today. I just lost my train of thought. Sorry, guys. I'm not shitting on dicks, and I just confused myself. I'm sorry. But I wanted to use this time to kind of combine 3 stories together. They have a same message pretty much as I eventually tie them up. But I also wanted to use this time to storytell to test my communication skills. The last guy I dated told me I was horrible at communicating. He didn't understand why I got so angry after an argument that I literally took leftover tacos and threw them across the street in the heat of the moment. Well, I was like, it's better that I threw the tacos, or the other option was I was just gonna knock your teeth out. So pick your poison. And I only say this because this dyslexic motherfucker lied to me about his age. So instead of 45, he was actually 54. So I was having sex with someone old enough to participate in giving birth to me. So I guess since that didn't work out, maybe I should go for his sons because at least they're closer to my age. But let's talk about concussions, since we're talking about medical stuff, right? So a few weeks ago I was in Waikiki, and I detest Waikiki. I come from New York where it's a lot of tourist hotspots, and it's pretty much like social herpes. It's like people just walking slowly and taking pictures of the sky while they're drunk, and they just won't get out of your way, and it just fucking sucks. So I just stay away from it. So that day I went into Waikiki to hang out with my friends. And we're at the beach, we're all having a great time, and it reminded me of my childhood. So my parents used to take me and my brother to South Carolina, and we were always at the beach. But I would always run away from my parents. I was like, I'd run up to the other kids and be like, do you want to be my friend? Do you want to be my friend? And you might think that's weird, but you probably had sex with a stranger you met on the internet yesterday, so let's not play stones on our glass house. But I felt so good. It brought me back to when I was a kid. Like, you know, adults smoked around children. Parents actually used whiskey on your gum line when you were teething, so you shut the fuck up. But we made it through, with or without our daddy issues. We're still here. But anyway, we're at the beach, we're having a great time, and we make friends with some tourists that are next to us. I'm like, oh, my friends are just like me. They want to make friends with strangers. Like, this is great. Well, we end up taking our balls into the ocean, and by me, I took my vagina, and after what I tell you what happened, you'll understand that Mother Earth was literally taking a piss on me. I specifically went in the ocean because I was too lazy to use the bathroom. So I come out, there's a guy next to me in the group, I go to high five him, he picks me up, throws me on his shoulder, and then body slams me down into the sand, like it's, you know, an episode of WW Raw, whatever, I don't know. I used to watch that shit when I was like a kid with my brother, I didn't have a choice. So I get up, and I've dealt with concussions before, and I'm like, I'm just gonna walk away from this. And people are like, why didn't you kick this guy in the nuts? Like, what happened? And I'm like, I used to be a bartender. And the worst thing you can do is when someone's drunk, it's like a fire. And if you retaliate, sometimes it's like throwing oil on the fire and you're only gonna make it worse. So let me just walk away. But then I got mad, and I'm like, I can't be the only one this has ever happened to. So I have to say something. So I see the group of friends still on the beach, and stupid me thought the cops were gonna help. Nope. Let me just tell you a secret about Waikiki. Those lights that are on the patrol cars parked on Paco Avenue, they're not in there. They're just using it as a scare tactic. So you're safe. Hunger Games recommence in Waikiki. You can have a fucking human centipede orgy on the beach and then fucking kill each other, and no one's gonna give a shit, just so you know. So I go over to the group of people, and I'm like, can I just get a name? I just want to make a report. I feel like I have every right for that. I was assaulted. And they wouldn't give a name up. And as I'm walking away, they're like, you're racist. And I'm like, okay, well, I'm a white girl living in Hawaii, and if you are not from here and you live here and someone's never told you you should go back to where you come from, you've clearly been spending way too much time in Kailua or Hawaii time. Whatever. I learned from that. We thought we'd make money off of this, you know. Someone should have caught that on video, but instead, I'm now paying out for all my medical expenses because of this lovely human being. So, we're gonna rewind it now to Vegas. Has anyone been to Vegas before? They go to Las Vegas, and they tell you that whatever happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. That doesn't. I'm not talking about herpes or whatever. So I went to Vegas a couple years ago with my friends, and it was me, my friend Danny and Danielle, so double D and myself, and we get to the airport and we start drinking. We're hyped, like we saved up all year for this trip, let's go. Danny looks at me as we're having a mimosa, he's like, I'm gonna propose to Danielle. And this is like 3 days out, we've been drinking, and I'm like, Danny, are you fucking stupid? Why would you tell a drunk girl like you're about to propose? We then get on the plane. The flight attendant has me hold up the seatbelt to do the safety demonstration. And then she gives me a free shot of vodka for helping her. And I'm like, are you stupid? Why are you giving me more alcohol? We get to Vegas, we go to the liquor store, more alcohol. I look at the clerk, are you stupid? Why are you serving me more alcohol? And then we get to our hotel. And we start drinking, we go out later that night, like, let's go down to Fremont Street. I was like, I want to go on the zip line. So a drunk girl wants to go on the zip line. That's a great idea. I'm going to be flying over people. I'm like, this is so fun. So thankfully the zip line was closed. These drunk people probably shouldn't go on the zip line. So I turn around and I just scream out, I'm like, who's got that weed? And these two guys come out, like my fairy godmothers. These two guys from Compton come out and they're like, we got you. Follow us up to the parking garage. So three idiots go follow strangers up to the parking garage to buy drugs. Opens the door. He's just like, well, I got your Xannies, I got your Oxys, I got your Molly, I got your ecstasy. I'm like, listen, I just want the weed. Like, I don't want anything else. So they roll a joint, we're all smoking it, we're passing it around. I look at my friend and I'm like, I don't feel too good. And she's like, I don't feel too good either. She's like, I'm gonna sit down and then you're gonna sit down with me. So she counts me down, and before she gets to 7, my knees buckle, I pass out, hit my head. Passed out for 20 seconds until I wake up, and mind you, it's 115 degrees. We're in this closed-in structure. And is that my time? Sorry, you can ask me how the story finished outside. Thank you guys for coming over.
Woo! Give it up for Nicole, both of y'all. Wow, I tell you, I don't know about that whole anal sex thing. That's a scary story, y'all. I mean, I never shitted on a guy's dick before, but I did have this one boyfriend in high school, and you know, in high school you don't really have that much experience with anal sex, and he kept missing. Kept trying to go in door number 1 and kept ending up in door number 2. So, needless to say, that relationship didn't last long. I took it about 2 or 3 times. I'm like, you know what? I'm good. You get your aim together, and we'll, you know, I just see you. Peace. But anyway. All right, next we got Nico Butler. Now you don't have to tell us your stage name, bro. No first names today. Okay, we're gonna call him Dynamite Dreads.
Dynamite Dreads. All right. If I was a porn star, I'll definitely use it. Man, this shit looks like the worst AA meeting I've ever been to. You got white people. You got a fucking army jacket. You have a shirt under that army jacket? A tank top. Yeah, there's definitely some drugs going on. People doing drugs outside. White girls with Crocs ready to get their pizza. Jesus Christ, man. Yo. Well, let's start with something new. I had my first threesome this week. Shout out to Nikki. Yeah, it didn't go the way I wanted it to go. So, relax, okay? Nah, like, listen, we were having sex, right? And then her dog died. Like, midway through, that one girl in the back is like, whoo, that's a terrible story. Why are you telling this?